A few years ago in Columbus. It was a big upset early in the year, and one of the big stories that week was the absence of Kayvon Thibodeau. He was unable to play because of injury, and they thought that would really affect Oregon's defense, and they were still able to find a way to win the football game without their best defensive lineman in this one, in Burge.
Oregon back to the defensive side for the first time with a lead, and another touchback this time from Sappington. I mean, this game has just gone in every which direction so far. We call these key plays. This was on the first drive that easily could have been an interception for Bassa. It was called a catch. Then a rip away by Derek Harmon on Quinshon Judkins set up the short field. This is still one of the most insane plays that we've seen, and then it led to an eventual ejection as Holden spit on Igbinosun. We haven't even showed you a missed extra point, a missed two-point conversion that was nearly then taken all the way back. We've seen in a quarter, not even a half, more than we normally see in an entire game. And here with 10:09 to play, we'll see how Ohio State responds.
In a one-point football game.
Henderson, not this time, denied at the line of scrimmage. Second and 9. Henderson to the outside. Caught up.
Bassa, yeah. Well, they love having him back at full strength. He's a big physical linebacker who can run sideline to sideline. Here he is here. Henderson, we've already talked about his speed, and Bassa tracks him down and knocks him out for a very short game. Back-to-back big-time plays by this Oregon defense against the run of Ohio State.
Buckeyes 0 for 2 on third down so far.
Jeremiah Smith by himself at the top of the screen.
Matched up with Jabbar Muhammad. Howard, wide open. G. Scott down inside the 40.
This is a great route by G. Scott. We talk about these wide receivers. They got a matchup in here. G. Scott's just going to run a slant, and he's going to get separation. And beautiful ball by Will Howard to a guy you don't necessarily expect that they would look for the matchup, but they got it. G. Scott runs a nice route, makes a good hands catch, and then shows a little bit after the catch.
Injured player down is Josh Simmons, the left tackle. Transfer from San Diego State a couple years ago. Started 13 games last year, started all 5 here this year. And take a look exactly why he went down, battling with Uyunglele on the edge.
Yeah, just kind of, you could see it kind of gave out on him in his pass protection, and he has played extremely well this year. Last year he struggled a little bit coming over from San Diego State. Tackles took a lot of criticism last season, but this year both he on the left side and Josh Fryer, the right tackle, have played really, really well.
Overall, this offensive line has been excellent for this season. Running the football has been a strength. Pass protection, but Simmons, Donovan Jackson, and since he's been healthy and come back, they've really taken that step forward. You mentioned Seth McLaughlin, the transfer at center. Chabola, who went down earlier, looked like he returned, and then Fryer, as mentioned, on the right side. But this would be a tough loss.
They're going to get a cart too. I mean, the way he went down, it just looked like that knee kind of gave out on him. And that's going to bring Zen Michalski, number 65, into the game at left tackle.
So Michalski on one side. We saw Saraveld come in for Chabola. It's not what you want to see for the senior from San Diego.
No.
There's so much experience coming in, 31 starts in his career. Simmons will make his way back. Quick reaction as well to get him onto the cart.
So yeah, now Ohio State, as you just said, 2 backups in their starting offensive line conceivably for the rest of the game.
We'll wait to see what Chabola looks like if he can make his way back consistently. He was trying earlier. But we're all still for a first down here at the 41. Howard feeling the pressure. Harmon couldn't get there. Howard gets away. It's Henderson on the dump down. Henderson turns it into a 3-yard gain.
A really good job by Will Howard avoiding the sack, avoiding the negative play. It's well defended by Oregon. But you're going to see the strength of Will Howard. He gets away from Harmon. Quickness, and then just dumps it. Just gets something out of the play, which he does, to keep the drive alive.
This was one thing that Seth McLaughlin told us about Will Howard. Because of his size and his athleticism, he can shug away some of those free rushers, and he did it there. Counts as a rush for Henderson. This time it's Judkins exploding through the center, and it'll make it 3rd down and short.
You know, I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, this is going to be a 2-down territory for Ryan Day. Already went for it on 4th down with a quarterback sneak. This could be a play here where they maybe show run and take a big shot down the field, knowing that they're going to go for it on 4th down. But Jeremiah Smith up here.
Howard kept it on 4th down. This time he'll hand it off. And Judkins is stopped.
Lost yardage.
Tui Moloau, the first contact.
What a great play by Uiagalelei. Watch him get in here, get into the backfield, and slow Judkins down. And then they're able to finish him off. What a short yardage play. Now it's 4th and even longer.
4th down and 2. Howard kept on the first 4th down. 3 in the backfield. Same play as the touchdown. And Judkins is going to wiggle free for the first down. Same side, same player, same result.
Yep, same lead blocker, too, guard. And we said they're lightning and lightning, and they're also thunder and thunder. This is a get your nose dirty, get in here and run behind your pads and fight for extra yardage and get the first down. It's not flashy, but it's effective, and a new set of downs for the Buckeyes.
So 2 for 2 now on 4th down for Ohio State. Did it on the first drive. It resulted in a touchdown. Can they cash in here? And a timeout call by Oregon. Tosh Laffoy, the defensive coordinator. Handoff Abuka on 1st down, using his blocking and spun down for 6.
He talks about being able to use the communication system to talk to his quarterbacks, and he talks to the quarterbacks and says, how can I help you? What words, what phrases, what alerts, what checks can I give you? I don't want to give you a lot of long sentences. I want to give you short bursts of words and code words to help you at the line of scrimmage. And it's different for each quarterback. He actually said he got an appreciation for that doing TV when he was out of coaching and trying to do studio and fit all these thoughts he had into a little 20-second soundbite.
We appreciate the shout out, Chip. 2nd down and 3. Judkins, 1st down. Well, this is a relationship with Chip Kelly and Ryan Day that goes back, I mean, all the way until Ryan Day's youth. Before he even got to college, they knew each other from that same area in New Hampshire. He played from at New Hampshire, and then Eagles quarterback coach, Niners quarterback coach in back-to-back years in the NFL. It's a role reversal Freaky Friday of sorts, where now one's the head coach, the other the offensive coordinator, but it's a relationship that continues to grow and has been really beneficial for both.
Yeah, it's a very unique relationship, and I think it's working really well for Ohio State.
Abuka, the motion man on 1st down. Play action for Howard. Steps into it, and will swing it to Judkins. Sheds a tackle, spins, and is dragged forward by Savage to the 15.
Again, nice decision by Will Howard. They've got deep routes going down the field. There's pressure coming. There's a free rusher coming. And he has to get rid of the football. It's Brandon Johnson, number 3, in his face. He gets rid of it to his outlet receiver, Judkins, who adds a couple extra after the catch.
Howard rifles. He was looking. He just throw it up to him and see what happens.
He has a knack for holding a defender off with his left hand and reaching up with his right hand and making one-handed catches. Good coverage. He gave it a shot. He's been successful at that the last 2 weeks. That time it was incomplete.
Jeremiah Smith, a big reason for this success. 23 touchdowns on 24 trips into the red zone. They have scored on all 24 of those trips. And 2 rushing touchdowns tonight to pad the stats. Under 4 to play in this first half. It's Howard looking sideline. Open, Abuka, touchdown! Perfectly delivered, and Abuka right there again for the Buckeyes.
He had 2 guys wide open on this play. A real mix-up in coverage for Oregon. He had the tight end G. Scott wide open as well, right in the middle of the field. And Abuka, who had 3 touchdowns a week ago, just goes unaccounted for on a little out and up. Safety was late, way late getting over there. But watch, Will Howard could have had this right here as well. Wide open in the middle of the field. But he knows what he's got with Emeka Abuka. And they connect for a touchdown.
Fielding's extra point makes it 21-15. 6th receiving touchdown of the season. 4 of them have come in the last 2 games for Emeka Abuka. Now 20 in what has been an illustrious career in Columbus.
Yeah, beautiful throw, great read. Remember, it was set up by the dump down to Judkins, not taking a negative play. He also avoided a sack earlier in this drive. And then he finds a guy he has great trust in. Emeka Abuka is a great receiver. I mean, he's going to be an NFL receiver, but he does a lot of the dirty work for this offense too. He's a great blocker. He's tough. He's physical. Last year, he played through injuries almost the entire season. Didn't have the production that he had the year before, but he's off to another great start this season.
Ryan Day mentioned exactly what you said, the dirty work and specifically the blocking. He actually says that Abuka gets more excited when he springs a play free with an elite block than he does when he scores a touchdown like we just saw.
Yeah. I bet he likes scoring touchdowns too, though.
I mean, that's nice.
Pretty fun.
It's a nice cherry on top. Week is that guys like Emeka Abuka, they care about now passing it down to that next generation, the Jeremiah Smiths and beyond, the Carnell Tates, who they believe is going to be an outstanding NFL player himself. And Abuka has really carried that this year in particular as a captain of this team.
And it all starts with the wide receiver coach, Brian Hartline. That's the guy that gets them all there to begin with.
Nice run, James, first down.
This kid's run well today. It's his 9th carry, over 50 yards.
There's a discrepancy on the spot as to whether or not this is going to be 2nd down and inches, and it looks like it will be. So they'll get quick, run it. James, this time no doubt.
So a lot of time. Dylan Gabriel has to be very smart with the football here. It's a 1-score game. They're in fine shape. Can't get greedy. He's had 3 interceptions this year. They have all come in the last 2 weeks and all in the red zone. And he even told us he took full responsibility. He says, my eyes were bigger than my stomach, and I forced it, and I didn't, make the right decision. Even a guy in his 6th year can be prone to make bad decisions.
Just keep it on the ground. And right now it's chewing up yards across the 45 to the 46.
I think part of this is Dan Lanning does not want to give Ohio State the football back either, right? Oregon won the toss and deferred. So they want a nice long drive here. Sure, they want points, but they really don't want to give up any more points right before the first half ends.
They've got 1 timeout to work with in the 2-minute timeout. Ohio State with all 3. Johnson in motion. 2nd and 4. James, powerful runner. First down. Doesn't matter if the contact comes. He is going to punish you and drag you along.
Yeah, and now's a good time to go play action and take a shot because James is asserting himself. They've still got to find a way to get Tez Johnson involved. He's too good of a player and too important to this offense. Here he is right here, number 15 in the slot.
And I don't think they're going to run this play. They'll take it to the 2-minute timeout in a 6-point ball game. Oregon will get the receiver in Power 4 conferences. And right now he only has 1 catch in this game. Now Evan Stewart has 5 catches for 124 in the touchdown, but it feels like Johnson needs to get involved.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, he's too valuable to this team and has too much ability to make big plays. The other guy, Terrence Ferguson, the tight end, only 1 catch for 3 yards as well.
Jordan James got them into Ohio State territory, but now it's Whittington on the field. And they hand it to him. Oh, Whittington will pick up a yard. Ran into the brick wall. That was Tyleik Williams.
Now, Tyleik Williams is one of those guys we talked about at Ohio State that could have gone to the NFL, decided to come back. He's an outstanding player, very athletic, very twitchy for a big man inside. 2 defensive tackles are outstanding for this defense.
Johnson in motion on 2nd and 9. They will throw it. Gabriel, quick. Ferguson just not in the right area and incomplete. That stops the clock now with 1:25.
They're great friends. They spend a lot of time together off the field, and they're usually totally in sync. They were not in sync on this play.
Makes it 3rd down and 9. Miscommunication from Ohio State defensively. Gabriel looking to take advantage with a deep ball. Again, separation. Johnson in the bucket. Touchdown. 48 yards. It's Tez time at Autzen Stadium. They've already missed an extra point on a bad snap, but this time Sappington has no issues and gets the number 3 team in the country back in front.
They've tried to get Tez Johnson loose. They put him in motion. They've shifted him. This time they put him in the bunch. And here he is at the point of attack of the bunch. And he's going to run a beautiful route on Denzel Burke. The quickness. He has both quickness to get separation and then top end speed to run away from people. Very unique skill set, and they finally get him loose for a big play. That's 2 times now Denzel Burke, the best cover guy, a high NFL draft pick for this Ohio State defense, has been beaten on deep routes. Kind of biting on the little stutter step move earlier against Stewart. That time got fooled by the quickness and escapability of Tez Johnson.
Gabriel and on and off the field. Tez was Bo Nix's guy, his adopted brother.
Yeah.
They spent so much time together, living together in high school, running routes in the backyard. But in comes Gabriel, and you always wonder, okay, what does that look like now from a guy you were so comfortable with that you're literally related to a guy that you've literally never met coming into the season. And a lot of it falls on the 2 of them taking the time together off the field. They have built it, and they both have nothing but great things to say about the vibe that each one brings to the offense. This one will be another touchback, and we go downstairs to KT.
Yeah, guys, more on that. Johnson was adopted at age 15, and he told us at that time he was just a kid doing his own thing, growing up in subsidized housing in Pinson, Alabama. He said when he walked into the Knicks house for the first time, he immediately noticed their lives were far more structured. He said when Bo had all the attention on him in high school, I was in his shadows. I was watching every move, seeing how it would one day benefit me, and he certainly learned from one of the best, and we're seeing the results of that here tonight, guys.
I love the story about how they would go into the backyard and Bo would just throw him route after route after route, and you go, what is this all about? I don't know why we're doing this. And then the next game, he had 17 catches, and he goes, oh, this must be working.
Well, a lot of time still here for Will Howard and Ohio State. They have all 3 timeouts in a minute 17.
Howard to throw to the side, and it is caught on the comeback by Smith.
Clock still going, though. Chip Kelly and Ryan Day have absolute trust in their quarterback, Will Howard, in a situation like this.
Howard rifles. It's Smith again, and this time it will be a yard shy, out of bounds as Reed applied some contact.
Well, you can run the football here if you want. I mean, you've got the timeouts. You're under a minute, but it's critical that you get the first down here.
It will be a run. Henderson, not there. Uiagalelei having a day. 4th down.
Well, it started with Harmon. Harmon got into the backfield with penetration and forced Henderson to change his course. Watch Harmon get into the backfield and force Henderson to bounce it outside. And then Uiagalelei was there.
To 49 seconds. 4-9.
No, Derek Harmon transferred from Michigan State. He's familiar with playing against Ohio State. They're familiar with him. He played great last week against his old school, and he's having a heck of a day today without his sidekick, Jordan Birch, there lined up next to him.
Harmon coming off a career year last year. There is Birch, who's out of this game after sustaining an injury in practice on Thursday. There.